At this point, what is the biggest misconception of you? What's a viewer opinion that is incorrect people have about you?
Um, it's probably the same thing that's been for a long time, how I look. How I look, so a lot of people might think I'm a pushover or I got to where I'm at because of how I look or, it's easy. But it's like once you get me in a room and you start talking to me, it's like, okay, this girl, she's a boss. She's about her business. You know, um, she knows what she wants.
Because of that, have you lost or gained opportunities from that misconception or those misconceptions?
I'd say it's gone both ways, you know. Pretty sure people have wanted to meet me, based on my looks and then maybe try to get me bookings or, you know, because of how I look. A lot of people have not wanted to work with me because they've got girls and, their girls are jealous and creating stuff. So they just, unfollow or just something ridiculous.
Overall, what have you noticed? Has it been even but when it comes to losing or gaining opportunities from this misconception, or you feel like you've lost a little bit more, maybe gained a little bit more?
I do feel like I have to work a little harder. I do feel like I have to work a little harder to like prove myself, especially like with the social media thing. I was like one of the, like popular Instagram girls. So it's like I have to like work twice as hard to, get them to see past the surface.
Do you feel like you've overcome that yet, or no, it's still a hurdle you're
I
trying to
still
climb?
work with it. I still work with it, but for the most part, like I've pretty much gained like a name with myself. So a lot of people do know me in the industry and know that like that girl, she's about her business. Like, she works really hard to be where she's at.
Now, musically, when I've interviewed you in the past, it was more so pop music.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's safe to say it's rap music.
No, I would say I kind of created my own lane because I started off with the pop and R&B because I Wanya Morris from Boys to Men kind of brought me out. So I thought I was gonna be like Ariana Grande or something. I wasn't being true to myself. And I when I went through something, I was just like, man, I don't give a fuck no more. Like I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna say what I want, be how I want to be. And so I do a lot more rapping now. It is easier, because I started off doing something that was like a lot more difficult. But it's definitely way more hip hop and urban show.
Do you want to shed more light on that turning point where you went from, I'm going to do what I want?
Yeah. Last year when my sisters were killed, it like put a fire in me, and they were my number one fans. They were always like, drop this song, Jazzy, this is my favorite song, drop this song, drop this song. And so after that happened, it just kind of, when you go through that type of tragedy, you just like, I don't care no more. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't want to die and having those questions like, well, what if I would have did this? What if I would have did that? So I just felt like, man, it's go time. I'm going to do whatever I want. This is my life, you know?
So, when it was pop and R&B music, that wasn't what you wanted to do back then?
I felt like I was putting on like a facade. I was putting on an image like of how I thought I was supposed to be. Everybody was telling me, "Oh, well, you have to be like this. You got to package yourself like this. You got to take these pictures off your page." Oh, no, you got to be like that. Like I was none of those songs. So I'll be honest with you. Like "Strike a Pose" was a really big song, and I didn't even like the song. I was like, I don't ride around listening to "Strike a Pose." But in the section and the spot that I was at the time, like I was listening to people because I was really so new into the music industry. I didn't want to like do the wrong thing. I was just listening. And ultimately, I feel like that stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. One, I didn't release all the music I had because, oh no, you have to package this, you got to do like that. So I spent a lot of time not even really releasing music because I was listening to people and they're pulling me this way, pulling me that way. So, yeah, I don't feel like it was what I really wanted to do. I felt like they were trying to tell me how to be.
Now, back then, even though you were doing pop music and R&B, you wanted to do rap, you wanted to do hip hop back then?
Um, I think I wanted to really. talk my shit more. I wanted to talk my shit, and yeah, like, I wanted to just have, like, more edge. But at the same time, like I told you, I didn't want to make a mistake. So I was just trying to, like, listen to my mentors and, do the right thing.
When it comes to, and I don't want to butcher his name, but this person from Boyz II Men, can you repeat his name one more time?
Wanya Morris, man. Come on.
Wanya. I want to make sure I don't butcher
It's a
that.
legend.
What was the story behind that? How did you two initially meet?
So, I used to live in Vegas for a little bit. I had moved out there, started the rolling paper company, and my girl, Amber, she owned LA Laser, and she's married to him now. So that's kind of how it started. She was engaged to him, introduced me to him, and he heard me sing one day. We were hanging out at the studio. I guess I was carrying a note or something. And he's like, "Whoa, you can sing?" And I was like still kind of shy, but yeah, he heard me sing and he was like, "No, you got to take your career serious. Like, you could." So he gave me that push, and like, he's the one that really made me want to take my music career serious. He vocal coached me for some time. He introduced me to different producers, different studios, different ways to work in the industry. Shout out to Wanya.
So he takes upon himself to do this, or you ask him to do this stuff?
He took it upon himself.
Now, because you're more so doing rap and hip-hop now, do you still have a relationship with him at all? Has he seen this transition? And if so, what's his opinion on it?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have a relationship, but, we're not, like, talking. I'm back home now, and so much has happened. Like I said, with my sisters, it's like, I just went on my own, and I've been on my own, like, road, I guess you can say, and I've been so driven and so, like, focused in my own world. Like, I haven't really had time to, like, reach out to people like that. But I know they're happy for me, for sure. Like, every time we do talk briefly, it's always happy stuff.
And with him, it was strictly a platonic relationship, strictly a business relationship?
Oh, for sure.
Now, this rolling paper company you referenced, care to share more or shed some more light on that?
Yeah, so the rolling paper company, Jazzy Rolling Papers, I brought out the first pink FDA-approved color paper. The glue is non-cancerous. It's 100% hemp, organic. I have unbleached, which is comparable to a raw paper, and then there's ultra thin. But it was really cool, the pink one, because it was the first pink FDA-approved paper. And I was kind of like the first girl. Well, I was definitely the first girl in the hip-hop culture who came out with a weed strand that was in dispensaries. We probably spoke on that before. I linked with Corrupt and dr.zodiak. I had Jazzy Kush, Banana Moon Rocks in dispensaries. And this was like right after Wiz came out. And then now I'm in the CBD business. So my rolling papers, I've just always had them. It's always been like a part of the brand and like wholesaling.
Now, when you did make this transition musically, what's been the reaction from other people in the music industry that have been watching you, that maybe saw the pop and R&B side of you, and now they're seeing the rap and hip-hop stuff?
It's cool for me to see it because, one, people really didn't know, how talented I was, if I was really like, let me see how she's going to take this music career. Is she going to really take this seriously? So I had an album release party, right? And, like, so many people came, Tony Neal, Rico Love, people from 99 Jams, like, and I was just really flattered by all the response that people gave me. They were like, wow, like, from front to back, like, everything was really good, and I'm really surprised. Like, I got to be honest, I didn't know, like, when you said you want to do music, because so many people say they want to do music. So, the response has been really good for the people that listen. But I feel like, I got to work a little harder for people to go listen because, they've got this painted picture of me. But yeah, I feel like the response has been really good. The whole transition, I don't feel like a lot of people have noticed, but I noticed. So maybe it's like a guilty conscience in my head because I'll be like, if they show me any old music, I'll be like, but have you heard my new music? you know, because I do feel like it's different. But I don't know, even the people that are new to my music, I have one friend that I had met, and he's constantly playing float. And I hit up my homegirl. I'm like, why is he always jamming the float? She's like, I don't know. He be big floating. Like, that's his jam right there. So, I don't know. And some of the music, regardless of what genre it is, it's undeniable. Like, in my feelings, you can hear that there's several octaves in the song. You know, I'm really singing and hitting notes. There's all kinds of harmonies. The song was produced by DannyBoyStyles. DannyBoyStyles got a Grammy for the weekend. So to me, that's an undeniable record. You look at me and then, yeah, she's rapping or she's doing this. But then when you hear a song like that, it's like, oh shit, like this song, you can take this to a different kind of crowd. You can take this different places. So for me, I also think it's really good. And other people, when they see that, it's like you can't categorize her. You can't put her in one genre, you know, put her in one section.
What about what about people that were fans of your previous type of music, the pop and R&B stuff? Have they gracefully bowed out to the rap and R&B stuff? Are they sticking through it? Are they giving you some sort of reaction or feedback?
Yeah, my fans that were with me from that part are for sure with me still. Like, and you'll see that they'll like post my things and put like a paragraph, you know, I've been waiting for her to drop this, whatever. And another thing is like, if, you know, when you listen to the music, I'm talking about stuff that really happened in my life. You know, that there's like meaning, there's pain behind a lot of the stuff. So if they were fans back then and they hear my music now they really love my music because now it's today's music too. You know, music does change, you know.
There are some people that don't like rap and hip hop, though. Do you feel like you've lost any fans or people that liked you musically from the past as far as the pop and R&B stuff, or no?
I don't know. And if I did, I didn't notice.
And
What type of people don't like hip hop?
some people don't. Now, for time reference, it's October 2021.